Like some search and destroy.
Espresso,
Oh yeah.
crazy Starbucks things,
Hold on.
buy like a grande nutty thing. I'd probably leave
Play like a few rounds for a while.
Just a super low
I
tolerance for it, probably.
no, in a lot of rounds. Like I don't know.
I'm now seeing different things.
Well, but
I can see.
so
There's a lot of warning signs in the chat.
hope you guys are.
But none of them
Great
are warning me of
day.
anything useful now. I think all of them are warning me
Destroying
about the witch
on
hut,
a Zerk.
saying that I need to do something about the witch hut. The witch hut's already removed. I mean, we know where the witch hut is. So that's not going to be a problem. I don't know. It's a lost cause at this point in time.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna show you the.
18 milligrams of
Hold
coffee. Is that a lot
on.
of caffeine? How much caffeine is in this? Let's have a read. Doesn't actually say. No, I can't actually see.
Get to like this.
How strange. I thought that had to be on there. It probably is. It's also saying all of like the tartic acid, potassium sorbate, sodium benzoatine to protect taste apparently, citric acid, and then a bunch of E numbers. It doesn't say anything about caffeine. I wonder if it's caffeine free. It might be caffeine free. It is caffeine free. There we go. So there's no caffeine in it. That's useless. I want to take it back. I want more caffeine.
Alright,
That's why I'm
see.
trying to keep my eyes open. It's ridiculous.
Crash, and we're gonna play Crash today. Now.
This drink has the most caffeine in it. I know, so I listen to a bunch of podcasts. While
Oh,
I'm making
he's like,
videos.
okay.
On Joe Rogan's podcast, they always drink caveman coffee.
About 5 people. There's alright, guys. Yeah.
Really drinking too much. My big...
He got there. Got him.
Nothing more refreshing. It's just the nicest.
And there's my stem.
Pepsi Max is very good, but no, Dr. Pepper is the way forward. I mean, let me know your thoughts down in the chat. I'm sure you already are. I'm sure the crews are coming out. I mean, I'm not even going to get you guys started on Pepsi versus Coca-Cola. I mean, I'm sure you guys can start a war down in the chat, and I'm excited to see the points going back and forth. Because everyone has a favourite.
Oh crap!
And, I mean, you know what? It is what's strange. Like I prefer way prefer Coca-Cola, but I way prefer Pepsi Max to Diet Coke or Coke Zero, and Pepsi Max Cherry. Actually, no, I way prefer Coke Zero to Pepsi Max. But Pepsi Max Cherry is so much better than Coke Zero. I think that's the way it is. I think that's the way it stays. I can't see it being any different than that. If anyone wants to tell me otherwise, you're wrong.
Got this.
Jeez. Drink more tea. Someone just said drink more tea. Just forget all that nonsense. Forget this Coke and Pepsi Max talk. I don't know. Is there anyone that prefers Pepsi? That's got to be depressing.
Good.
People that made Pepsi. Do you reckon they even prefer Pepsi? Do you reckon the founders of Pepsi is sat there going, well, I mean, it is just, Coca-Cola is just better, isn't it? Like, there's just something about it that just makes it better. You know, I mean, there's certain people in the chat that are saying water's better. You need to, I mean, you are, I love water as much as the next person. Obviously, if I'm at the gym or I'm on a run, I'm not drinking Dr. Pepper, but I don't know, like, I've never loved water. Water's incredibly refreshing. I'm not saying I don't drink water, because I do drink water. But I never think to myself, like, you know what would be really lovely right now? you know, now that I've just said it, I've thought to myself, you know what would be really lovely right now? A glass of water. Like, I kind of really want some water now. I've just talked myself into wanting some water, which really is, yeah, it hasn't helped my point in the slightest.
Last one.
But no, just always. I used to pretty much permanently. It's only in the recent years that I've kind of weaned myself back into drinking water, because between the ages of like 14 and 18, I don't think I drank any water. I think I was either always just some form of fizzy drink or something. I was never drinking water. That's why I needed to get a root canal. That's what happens, kids. Simple as that. If you do nothing but drink fizzy drinks all day, then you need to get root canals. Which, by the way, I mean, I hate to say it, it's not a terrible experience. I pleasantly enjoyed my root canal. The new Red Hot Chili Peppers album had come out like the week before, so I put that in my earphones. And I tell you what, this is going to put some of you off. I'm expecting the viewership numbers to drop here. But when they did the anesthetic thing, you know, where they numb your gums, I didn't actually know they had done it.
I'm watching Mumbo Jumbo in the background.
I thought it was all horrible and scary, and I thought there was lots of drills and things. But no, there was none of that. You kind of tapped my gum with this little thing.
Prodigy has completely changed how my son...
Shopping is awful. I'm not embarrassed to admit the fact that I have reached peak 2020 laziness. I have a subscription for all of my groceries. They arrive via delivery, and if I ever need anything desperately, then I'll order it on Amazon Prime now. But having said that, I think the idea of building a supermarket in Minecraft is actually quite interesting. There's a bunch of redstone systems that we can build into this, and a ton of cool details that I actually think should be fairly entertaining. So as you can see, I've built up the shell. This is my supermarket. I actually think this is quite cool. It's quite a nice looking build. So now let's start filling it up. First things first, security systems. Now I don't know about you, but every single time I go to the supermarket, these things always seem to be malfunctioning. So I don't know if they actually have these in other countries. Okay, but in England, we have these pair of like, are they radar? I honestly don't know how they work. You know, I've never even questioned to myself how these things function. All I know is that if you walk out of the shop having stolen something, they fire off and they set up all the alarms. The only issue is that they never tend to work in the supermarkets that I go into, and they go on and off every single time someone comes in. So I'm going to try my best to recreate exactly this with a redstone build. Now I don't want them to go off every single time, but I think they should go off a decent quantity of the time. Right, let's give this setup a go. Okay, that's good. We got off scot-free. Alright, we're all clear. Okay, that's not a bad start. Just a little alarm kicking off. That seems like a good way to begin. Let's release some attack dogs. Do they have those at your supermarket? They have them at my supermarket. It's honestly why these malfunctions are so devastating. I mean, seriously. Right, with the simple addition of this extra circuit right here, which is then going to run into these things, I think we could be onto a winner. So...
let's go, boys.
That has functioned exactly.
We're winning this, guys.
Brilliant. And if you steal something in the supermarket, just, you know, dodge around like that. I just want to make it clear that was not a tip for real life. By the way, that was a tip for my supermarket. But don't steal things from supermarkets. Now, when it comes to the actual items and the aisles and things like that, I don't think we can really do anything too exciting. So I'm just going to place these in like this. Now, my plan for how I'm actually going to put items in here is, I'm hoping, can I place item frames? I'm assuming I can place an item frame in there. It'll be...
come on.
Okay. Alright, I've come up with an alternative idea that I actually think is really quite good. I am going through the food and drink section of MinecraftPets.com, and I am just gradually filling up my shelves. So that is roast chicken, which I personally really like. We've got a glass of orange juice there, we've got sandwiches. Gradually I'm going to fill up the shelves with various different groceries. Although one thing I will say is that my organisation is pretty terrible. I've got, you know, a sandwich in between two orange juices, a roast chicken, another sandwich. I mean, the cross-contamination is just nuts. But I gotta say, this does look pretty cool now that it's fully filled in. We've got Monster Energy, Red Bulls.
Last two people, so one.
Jam jars, all that sort of thing. And I gotta say, fairly happy with this so far. Right, okay, next up, I would say rotisserie chickens. I like the idea of rotisserie chickens. I think this is a fairly strong start. So we have the rotisserie thing, and then inside here we're going to have the chickens, and then I guess if you buy a rotisserie chicken, unfortunately one of the chickens is going to be a fairly fiery end, and then it will pop out into a chest. The only thing that I can't quite work out is how I'm actually going to get the chicken in there. Am I able to summon a chicken? Give me a second to work this out. Summon chicken with the squiggles and then a few minuses and things like that. And this does the trick. Which I have to say,
Go.
actually looks even better than I was kind of expecting. So now with the redstone fully done, which I have to say wasn't easy, by the way. Wait, what? Why are the chickens not catching fire? No! 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 It's fundamentally flawed! The fire charges are hitting my rotisserie spinner thing. So after a complete redesign, it is now all working. It burnt all the chicken. This is just a terrible situation all round, to be honest. After almost setting fire to my computer, seriously, I don't want to talk to you about how long this has taken me. I think I've got a working system.
Come on!
So we hit the button,
Freaking map.
rotisserie chickens, all of the eggs, all of the feathers have been fully filtered
These
out.
burn
This
to
is-
death.
And this
Super guys.
is now fully functional. And I have to say, it's worth the time and effort because I think this is really, really cool. By far, the coolest design for a chicken farm. Right, next up, we're going to have an ATM machine because it feels like that would be a good thing to have. Now, what does an ATM machine look like? I also can't wait for Iscal to get angry at me because he hates the fact that I say ATM machine when the M in ATM stands for machine, so I'm essentially saying automatic telling machine. What does AT stand for? That's honestly the bigger mystery here. Instead of the machine bit. Does this look like an ATM machine? I mean, I feel like it looks kind of like one. If anything, it just looks like my debit card in there, hit the button, and it will be processed by the machine. Now, there isn't actually any output to it yet, but the redstone itself is functioning. If I put anything else in here, then it shouldn't be able to go through. Yep. So that's good. That means that no one else can access my money. Now I guess every single time we put says
less than a minute. There's more where that came from.
One shot got the go! My shooters.
to say what it is.
Subs
but I'm
game
not 100%
more
certain we're gonna be able to pull off
boys.
the complete customization of a subway. However,
Assets identified. We need to keep them intact.
My games.
we're making the sandwiches. We're going to have robots making the sandwiches. We're going to be flicking levers, and then your output, a sandwich will be outputted. Let's see how well we can make this work. What do you think of this selection? Obviously, bread should kind of be a given, but you know, some point it's maybe on your ketogenic diet, maybe you want carb-free life. Okay, so we're going to make it an option, right? And then we have the ability to have stuff. Up to you. So that's our customizability. Each
Personal radar drone ready for escort.
would be bread, beef,
Less than a minute.
lettuce, and mayonnaise. To be honest with you, I'm quite a boring individual when it comes to my sandwiches. So let's see what happens. What we should get. Well, I've definitely seen better. Let's try that again with a slight button relocation. Right, what I'm hoping for here is 2 slices of bread and then all of the things for my sandwich, okay? So there's my mayonnaise, there's my salad, there's my beef, and then there we have the 2 slices coming in. So now we can assemble up our sandwich and I guess eat it. I mean, I wish. Can you imagine how cool it would be if you could take the steak and put it in the bread and then add things to it and it would increase your saturation? I mean, it's not the most useful feature in Minecraft, but I still feel like it should be a feature in Minecraft. I mean, look how delicious that is. We should definitely be able to place them as well, like cake. Oh. It's actually making me hungry in real life. How sad is that? I've been playing Minecraft for a long time today without eating. This is making me hungry. Anyway, one important thing for the supermarket is, of course, the checkout. Now, I'm assuming you guys have this in other countries, but in England we have like a conveyor belt which moves the items through, and then we have the scanner, which is like a and that basically tells you that the item has been scanned, and then once you do that, you pay, and then you take your items out of there. Now, I'm going to try being the operative word, to make something a little bit like that. Okay, I think this could come in handy here. So originally I was going to use honey blocks for the transportation of the items, but then I thought to myself, if we use soul sand, it will still activate something like this, the piece of string, so that we can still have the sound effect, and then we don't have to worry about the honey blocks sticking to one another and just causing a massive mess. I think we could be onto something here. Right, let's build up a piston feed tape, because let's face it, this would not be a mumbo jumbo video without some form of piston feed tape. This could be a little bit of a problem though. Nothing that a tiny bit of reworking shouldn't fix. And this security system is going to get in the way. Right, part 1 should now all be completed, so if I throw some items on here... okay. So then they disappear, right? That's a problem. So we're gonna have to work on that, right? If we get some string though, right, and we place it down here, okay, and then we're gonna have an observer, and we're gonna have to have some things connecting into this, such as a redstone lamp, and then an oak block. So that's about right. This should now make the noise. Okay, so it does it twice. It's almost perfect. Okay, how can I make it so that it doesn't do it twice? I guess just a T-flip flop. And then what I'm also going to do is add in an extra circuit out of the bag here, which is hopefully going to push the items off of the conveyor belts, and it's going to push them into your trolley, so that you can take them away. This should all work. I apologise for the constant sound of pistons, by the way. I mean, it's a nightmare, but this is the only way that I can make this work. So I've just bought a bunch of redstone blocks from the supermarket, or I've picked them up from the shelf, so I'm going to...
I get my own teeth.
It goes across like this. Then it goes straight through into my shopping trolley. So then eventually when this thing fills up, I can then take out triple security.
I get my own teeth, guys. This is so
I'm very, very happy with this construction. I think it's brilliant, especially now that there is actually now a way for people to pay for
sneaker. Here, hold on, guys.
Now, people have to pay if they don't.
I gotta go pee. Hold on.
Systems will hopefully malfunction, kicking in, and having them chased down by dogs. I mean, that only seems fair. Anyway, this supermarket is now all completed. I gotta say, I'm very, very pleased with this thing. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next video. I'll just throw that window. We're going to just completely ignore the fact that that ever happened. Okay? That's the way that I deal with these things. I start recording. I don't know what I'm going to say for this outro. I've got 10 seconds to kill. It's dark. Dark outside. It's getting dark earlier. Well, no, it's not. No, it's getting dark later now. Yeah, time's up.
Alright, guys. I'm back, boys.
A chunk is a 16 by 16 area. When your world is being generated,
Hold on.
it gets generated in these chunks. Now, I personally really like the idea of...
I bet, guys, I gotta do some stuff.
And then we can start trying to work out where each thing is actually going to go. Obviously, most of this space is going to be
When the
underground. That being said, there's a few larger scale things that I want to have above the ground. For anyone who's seen the Hermit series, you will probably recognise what I'm building right here. In my
You guys hear that?
TNT,
So
which
good.
allowed it to block every single item
Oh,
that
yeah.
explode. So it used to just blow things up and then you lose them. Now with TNT, it blows things up and you get to keep the items, which means it's going to be useful for automatic farms and automatic tree farms. You know, when you don't need wood. So let's just see if part 1 is working. If our tree grows. Yep, that needs a redstone clock next to it to update the piston. As I was saying, tree grows every... Redstone clock right here is constantly giving updates to this piston. It's constantly making that piston check its state. Now when this block gets powered by this repeater right here, it realizes, oh, I should be extended. It extends, pushing all of these things across, which means the block gets pushed out of the way, and then the piston goes, oh, I'm not powered anymore, and then it retracts. You kind of get this sort of circuitry going on. So we can push a bunch of trees out of the way across like this. Redstone logic at its finest. With wood covered for the time being, it's now time to conquer the other really important thing that we always need in Minecraft, which is cobblestone. It's used all the time in crafting recipes, and I personally actually quite like building with it.
Crap,
We've got the
guys.
piston layout in place. This is designed by Olango, and it's amazing. The only thing I have to do now is place in the water and the lava, which, for the life of me, I always get wrong. I don't think I've ever got this right first time. Yeah, no, I'm already wrong here. I think it's... the lava goes on top of the pistons, and then the lava... I'm going to have to double check. The water goes on top of the pistons, the lava goes up at the top like this, and if we flick this lever... I mean, it generates so fast and gets moved out of the way so quickly that you don't actually see it generating. It just seems to appear over here. It's the strangest setup.
No!
Really technical.
The thermite didn't get him?
It's going to get pretty soon. But there
The
is
teammate
really
team killed.
Enemy bomb at Alpha. Defuse it.
But okay, we might need to stop that from happening occasionally.
Stupid. Guys, team killing.
Comes in, TNT explodes, breaking the cobblestone, and all of the items just end up falling in the water. I've been running this for maybe 40 seconds, maybe a minute, and as you can see, we already have 2 stacks, which isn't bad considering I'm not really doing anything right now other than standing around. The tree farm, on the other hand, wasn't such plain sailing, but thankfully with the addition of a few leaf crushers, I've managed to get it working efficiently, and now wood is being exploded.
Oh, come on!
Free wood, but ugly base. Very ugly base at this point in time. Let's spruce things up a little bit. And I think we can all agree that this is looking about 1,000. Absolutely dinky.
Less than a minute. Get to Alpha. Enemy bomb planted.
Yeah, area.
And my team sucks.
It's huge, we can fit everything. Now, as I think I previously mentioned, we're going to be building in floors with this thing. So obviously the top floor, well, I guess the ground level is a tree farm and a cobblestone farm, and then the first floor is going to be the food. Now, because I don't like an easy ride, and I don't want to make things simple for myself, I want our main food source to be pumpkin pies with this one, simply because, well, first off, it's a good food source, but more importantly, we can use pumpkin pie inside the composters to get a reliable source of bone meal, which is going to be handy because we don't have any skeleton grinders within our base. And those tree farms, they eat a lot of bone meal. Is it the most efficient way of doing things? Absolutely not. But is it quite cool? Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Now, obviously, the first thing that we need for a pumpkin pie farm is actually a pumpkin farm. But to make things more efficient, I've actually had to create a melon and pumpkin farm, because if you just have a single crop of just pumpkins, that actually reduces the efficiency and reduces the likelihood of things growing, because technical things. I'm curious, okay, I've been sat here for about a minute, and I haven't seen anything grow. That would have happened by now.
Stay sharp for the next.
Go.
Oh, is the light level too low? I've just realised it's completely pitch black now. Yep, there we go. Yep, yeah. Alright, turn down the random tick speed.
The hardcore boys.
It's pitch black in here. Wow, that was a lot of melons and pumpkins. Now that things have calmed down a tiny bit, I've added in a little bit of decoration here, and this is looking really, really nice. I like the idea of the double layered glass. You can see into the melon and pumpkin area, but then you'll also be able to see the mine cars going back and forth. Then I finally put them in. I thought I wouldn't put them in for now because I don't fancy just listening to those for the rest of the video, to be honest. Another culprit of really annoying noises is chickens. We need an egg farm to create a pumpkin pie farm, but once again, you know, I don't really want to put the chickens in place because they will drive me up the wall. The final stage of this thing is, of course, the sugarcane farm. Now, for those of you who don't know, sugarcane is a bit of an interesting one. This is once again thanks to Ilmango. He posted a video talking about zero-tick sugarcane farming. Oh, it's a little bit strange, but if you zero-tick the block underneath a piece of sugarcane, back and forth, using zero-tick pulses, it will cause the sugarcane to grow a lot faster. Minecraft is a weird game, okay? Minecraft is full of weird things. And I have built this weird thing correctly! So look at this, the sugarcane is actually getting broken so fast you kind of don't see it. And it seems to be popping everywhere. It's not really going in any sort of area that we can do anything with. I don't really know what to do with this. If I have a hopper here, is it going to collect anything?
Come on!
It collects that one bit. I mean,
Why are you using a pistol?
You're going to have to stand next to and just pick it up as it comes in. But look how fast this is. There is no funny business going on with random tick speeds or anything like that. This is in straight vanilla Minecraft. The sugarcane is just growing that fast because of the block being moved back and forth underneath it. It's strange, it's weird. I don't want to talk about it, it creeps me out.
This kid using pistol.
We are now actually
SMG.
gathering up all of the sugarcane. This thing's working. I mean, it's been running for 5 seconds. Already we have about 30 pieces of sugarcane. That's not bad. And now that I've done a bit of decorating in this place, it looks a little bit cooler than it did. Obviously still very industrial. I mean, that's kind of how it goes. You've got a lot of farms in here. But it's quite a nice place to be. So I would say this floor is now...
How did I not kill him?
The next floor. And don't
I'm
worry,
gonna
I'll
need
add all of the
to.
chickens and the minecars at the end of the video. Once again, I don't want that headache. Anyway, my goal for this level here is obviously to do some form of super smelter system. We can't have a base without some form of super smelter, and you guys have seen me build them a bunch of times, so I'll just fly through this one quickly. So this design is a little 7 furnace system, so it's not exactly the fastest super smelter in the world, but it's
Ooh, this guy's clutching, boys.
regular furnace. Now it's a bit of a big and bulky design, but it seems to be working quite nicely. Let's check actually. So we've got nothing on the inside of here. If we put 64 cobblestone in there, and then if we grab ourselves some coal as well, and put 64 coal on the inside of this chest, and then flick this lever, that will activate.
We have the bomb.
We have the bombs.
They're planting the bomb.
We are planting the bomb.
Bomb planted. Set security.
So the load has been shared, and that makes everything much, much quicker because we're now smelting things.
That guy's okay.
bamboo farm is ridiculously quick. So if we just get ourselves set up quickly with that,
Secure the bomb. Destroy the target. Bomb acquired.
So as you may be able to tell, I've dismantled it because it doesn't seem to be working. I'm just going to make sure it's not directional. No, it doesn't seem to be. In which case, yeah, just shout at me then. Clearly things don't grow when it's really dark. One day I'll remember that, but today clearly that is it's not the day. Okay, but the good news is the game still has this crazy bug. All I needed was some light. There is bamboo flying everywhere. How do I turn this thing off? Right, I've managed to get things under control a little bit more, and look at this. Not one, I was about to say not one piece of bamboo is escaping this, but it seems like that one bit did, just as I started the sentence in typical fashion. But check this out. Fuel flying in from a farm that is the size of my pinky finger. I mean, how... I mean, I love Minecraft for things like this, okay?
Oh, we do it, boys.
But are brilliant. I also love the absolute nutcases who find this stuff. I mean, who discovered that? Who got the zero-ticker block?
This guy that's AFK,
anyway, just
man.
to finish up this room, I thought it would be worth adding in some of the extra new furnaces. So we've got the blast furnace, and then we also have the smoker for all the things that don't really apply to being super smelted and also make sense in here. And then I guess I've probably got to light up this area a tiny bit as well, because I imagine without my night vision potion, it's probably pitch black. Which way do you guys read signs? Do you read them across like this, or do you read down and then down again? Obviously with this it doesn't matter because it says super duper 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 smells it either way. Moving on from that nonsense, let's make our way onto the next layer of this design, and I would say this is where I want my bed, and most importantly my storage system to be. Storage is, yeah, it's pretty important. It's where you spend about 90% of your time in Minecraft. Now the question is, do we have room to do anything even remotely fancy with our storage system?
Come on!
The good news is we have this massive space here, so I'm thinking we just do bulk storage in this area here. I think that would look amazing. You can look up at all the chests of cobblestone and stone that you have. That's fine. I wanted to have some form of sorting system. I don't know, it might be a bit of a struggle, but I think that's probably a good compromise. For all the items that are kind of all over the place, things like redstone resources, you've got all your precious items, your villager trading items, you've got all your farming items, wood, nether,
Come on!
all the various different stone types, all the different glass types, all the different terracotta types, and then end bits. All of those things I'm going to sort into all of these chests right here, but I'm going to do it manually because there's so many variations of all those types of items that it just, with the amount of space that we've got, it works best to do it manually. But for things like stone, cobblestone, dirt, all that stuff that's always in your inventory, we're going to have big bulk storage silos that also have sorting systems above them. So we put all of the items, say for example, in this chest right here. They then get taken up, sorted into all of these chests that are going to be stacked up with nice redstone lamps next to them, and it's going to end up looking amazing. And already, I think it looks, oh, that is wicked being able to
I'm done, you
all these chests.
guys.
To end. You're looking still going, except sadly I have some slightly bad news. The redstone just simply didn't fit with that original setup, so I've done this new setup with just 2 of the storage silos, and I think it actually looks cooler. I actually prefer this, I think, and the redstone is now all in place for the silos, so those redstone lamps are now fully hooked up. As these chests fill up, those redstone lamps will switch on. So say for example, this chest gets filled with cobblestone, that
Go for the defuse!
that one turns on. Yeah, you get the picture. I'm sure anyone who's been on my channel for more than 5 minutes will have seen these before. Now all I have to do is actually get the storage system all up and running. So this is where our things are. I mean, how am I going to fit this in? I guess something like, yeah, actually this will fit really easily. Yeah, because I just need to I mean, I just need to do some. It will fit, okay? I am so terrible at doing redstone under pressure while I'm recording. But I did end up getting these sorted, so now it's just a case of sending the items from our input chest up to the top so that they can be sorted. So let's give it a go then. If we throw in a stack of cobblestone, I can hear things happening, then we should start seeing lights flickering.
Why doesn't this thing work?
We won't see any lights flickering. Items going in. Where are? I mean, none of them are. Yeah, they are all going in. Are they being lost? Or is it just taking a little while? Yeah, I guess it's just not the fastest thing on the planet. Right, okay, so cobblestone has gone in, that's all good. Now if we chuck the dirt in, that should all go in place as well. And I think there was 10 pieces of cobblestone beforehand, maybe only 8. No, it was 10. Okay, so that's all gone in correctly. Dirt is now flooding into the system. This system, it functions. We have sorted storage silos. Okay, well let's just get the final few details in. And I would say that just about does it. So we've got a bed, we've got a place to sleep, we've got crafting benches, ender chests, we've got a little bit of repairing and disenchanting here. We don't have any way to get XP in the base, so that's why we don't really have an enchanting setup, because I would assume that would be outside of the base. But other than not having that, I'd say that's about all we don't have, okay? Because we have got literally everything you would need to survive in Minecraft here. We have got a way to get wood, we have got a way to get cobblestone, fully automatically, really nice and quickly. We have got a way to get food. Up on a large scale, we've got a way to get bone meal as well, thanks to new composters. We've got massive super smelters, we've got a self-fueling super smelter, as well as blast furnaces and smokers and things, and then also we have got a gigantic storage system down the bottom here, including sorted storage silos. I would say this is probably one of the coolest bases.
Bruh!
16 by 16.
Shot me through a dirty wall.
Super proud of this thing. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. I really love
Final
it.
round, boys.
Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Oh, and filming channel stuff. New video just released. Link will be on the end screen, or right now, I guess. I think you'll enjoy it. Look this way. I'm not currently an athlete. 2019's been a busy year, you know, lots has been going on. We got a house, we got...
Secure. They're planting the bomb.
And that means I just haven't been able to get to the gym so often. I've also almost exclusively been living off of pizzas, burgers, and sweets for the past...
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so I'm feeling motivated, alright? I'm going to put on my gym shorts, I'm going to put on my workout gear, I'm going to get...
Bomb defused.
Come on! People suck.
Objective. I expect better.
People suck.
Don't do it just yet.
Should never. There. Guys.
Swipe items in Minecraft, that's the thing. Except there sort of is, and this is considerably less bulky. So say for example, this is my ID card, I walk up to it, I swipe it across my thing, I pick up my ID card, that allows me access to the gym. I think that's the way to go, and that looks sweet, especially now that I've really picked up all the captions and motivational messages on the door. I mean, you know, it definitely doesn't have much weight on his face. Lucky bones structure, everything. Anyway, now that that's done, it is time to move on to the gym itself, and I'm thinking the first thing we build is the free weights area, which is going to go somewhere over here. And she's saying, we have a bench here, then we can have like a free weights bench here. This one is going to be the one that's designed specifically for bench pressing, and I have this cute idea for how this could potentially work, and I really do hope it works as well as it does in my head. About 10 minutes later, that looks so ridiculous. I mean, I do wish we could get some bombs in here. My guy looks very chilled about this whole situation, doesn't he? He's like, yeah, this is
Safeguard the assets, no mistakes. Reinforcements are not
Oh,
available.
that is totally ridiculous. Right, bench pressing like an absolute champion. Okay, let's try something slightly different. I don't know if this one's funny or... I don't know which one I prefer out of the two. I'm also curious, how much do you reckon 2 cubic meters of slime actually weighs? Because, I mean, 2 cubic meters of anything has got to weigh quite a lot. 2 cubic meters of water is 2,000 kilograms, so this has got to be a pretty decent squat. I mean, this is just amazing, isn't it? It's almost as if the anvil was designed to be a weight. Look at that weight rack back there. That couldn't be more perfect. Anyway, we need more things in our gym. Alright, how about we have a section for things like yoga mats? So we've got a few of those, I would say 3 of them. And in one of them, I'm going to try and get this set up so that we can do some press-ups. Not 100% certain how I'm going to do it, but I like the idea. Alright, this could be the good option. I mean, that is the most ridiculous looking thing ever. But it kind of is. I am kind of doing sort of press-ups. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I saw someone doing that at the gym, I would look at them very confused and then probably walk out quickly. Never to return to that gym again. But that worked. So with those 3 in place, we now have this big gap here, which is our only space left for more equipment. And I've been trying my best to think of good things that we can do that are sort of convincing using redstone. One of them is battle ropes, so you know the ropes you kind of...
Go!
Those treadmills, okay? They're both doable, and just... which one would be more fun to build? I would say battle ropes. They're still there, I'd suggest looking them up, because
Got
the
'em.
description of them being flailed around probably isn't great. And I think this should hopefully work. So if I just chuck some items into this hopper here...
Critical assets identified. Keep them
I don't know if that is quite... It's quite what I expected. I mean, it... So if you only look at the end rods, okay? Sideways.
Crap!
Say that is all of our gym equipment
Be
done. Now
quite
we have to add in the details
focused.
that happen in a gym. First off, we need some fucking techno.
Bro, why didn't you shoot?
I've ever said that sentence.
He's a
ever.
freaking
And
dumbhead.
this is the last time that I'll ever say that sentence too.
Yeah,
That's
for
just
sure.
an impression of what generally gets played at my gym. Something a little bit like this. I mean, who listens to this sort of stuff? But seriously, that is the sort of music that gets played at my gym. Seriously, does anyone listen to it outside of the gym? I'm confused. Anyway, I'm glad that it's installed, but I'm also glad that it is now switched off. We have this area up here that I really need to work out what we're going to do with. And one thing that I have just realised is that I haven't actually given anyone any way to get up here. Maybe we could have a staircase there? That could be the move, because I intend on putting several things up there. So I'm thinking number 1 needs to be some form of coffee shop. And I'm trying to think
Let's go, boys!
like a cool redstone-y way with absolutely no space whatsoever to work with. Well, I guess we need some way to get in and out. So we can have a trap door off to one side. But that's not really that redstone-y, is it? I mean, that just allows us to get in. And it doesn't work. That's by far the most embarrassing thing I think I've ever done in a redstone video. Okay, now that it's actually on a solid block, this does function. What else? You've got some brewing stands, obviously for brewing up coffee and things. I mean, it's kind of tough. I'm not really much of a coffee drinker. I guess we could have some bits up there. I mean, we could. I would say this is probably good enough. So we've got some nice details and things. We've got a little villager who's doing all of the coffee making. This is a nice little coffee shop that you would have on the inside of the gym. Right, okay, so we can move on from that one, and we can actually work on something that I think is pretty important up here, which is the sauna, the steam room. Now, I need to work out how on earth we are going to kind of segment this from the rest of the build. I mean, this feels very bootleg. Okay, so we can remove that. We can actually install like a full wall going all the way across here, and then we need to work something out because we have a little bit of space here. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so we can actually use this gap here to install some of the bits, and then we can have that as the entrance. This is good, and then we need to work out what we're going to do up at the top here. Now, I'm not quite sure how I feel about this idea just yet, but I am going to play around with it, because the way that the build is working, it just didn't quite look that good. Unless I do something like this. I would say that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. So if we fill this in now with white glass.
Stay hungry. There's more where that is.
Let's see. Might have to have a glass block there maybe? Is that going to improve things, or is that going to make it even worse? Ooh, that makes it even worse. That's so frustrating, because that was almost a good solution, but it turns out a really good solution.
These boys are red. What's gonna happen to them, guys?
That makes it work. This is actually quite a cool looking build. Now in terms of the inside of this thing, I mean, we don't really need too much. Like, we can just have...
Get moving.
I guess we could go all the way across here. So we can have like a super sauna. I mean, how much more do we really need to do? How much more happens in saunas? I don't really go in them. I always find them a bit strange. I don't really like being hot. Well, that's weird. You can't see smoke through glass. There has to be a use for that or something. Anyway, before I get distracted with all sorts of ideas, this base is now done. We have finished the construction of the gym, and I have to say, I'm actually really impressed with this thing. I think it's worked out really well. We've got turnstile systems, you have all sorts of different workout machines, which every single one of them is absolutely hilarious. We have various different coffee shops, we've got saunas, everything like that, and the actual building itself has ended up looking pretty cool. Like, this looks like a legitimate gym. I'm proud of myself on this one. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. This is one of those ideas for a video that just came to my head, and I just started building it straight away. And it was a ridiculous idea for a video now looking back. I mean, how silly.
Oh my gosh!
That was probably some of the funniest movements I've ever seen my Minecraft character make. I love to build bases. I make no secret of this. This is not something that is hidden away. I absolutely love building Minecraft bases. I also like doing Minecraft-based time challenges, trying to build things in short spaces of time. And I enjoy doing cuts, like this one, where I suddenly cut to a black screen. I always enjoy doing those. And then suddenly I can appear somewhere else in the world. Time has passed, things have happened, and I've likely cut out a bunch of stuff that I personally think is boring. However, sometimes it's actually quite nice not to cut out this stuff. People might find it interesting, see my process or bug fixing. You also might just want to see the redstone contraption in the build, be built from end to end. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be building a base in 1 hour, and the clip is going to be 1 hour long. No cuts. Alright, I'm going to give myself one last one, because I enjoy them. Oh, I'm making the most of it, but that is going to be the final cut. There are not going to be any more in the video. Okay, I lied a little bit. I need the toilet. I'm going to get myself a drink before I start this. And now Kubo's barking like a madman. He's going absolutely mad. I can't even start. Okay, that's finally stopped. Let's get to work on this one. So, what is the most important part of the base? I personally would argue it is the storage system. That is where we're going to start everything off. So, first things first, we need to work out a cool way to do a storage system. Okay, because I think we can, okay, and that would be perfectly functional, but I really want to focus on the storage system in this build, so we're actually going to do it using shulker boxes, which is a bit of an interesting system, and it's not something that I've done in quite some time. Which is probably a bad start, for a video where I can't actually cut out all of my mistakes and my confusions, this is probably one of the worst builds that I could possibly be doing. But anyway, let's give this a go. It's actually based, I think the actual design itself is an Exuma Void design. So we're going to be making use of that. And the concept has been around pretty much since shulker boxes were introduced. People have been trying to look for ways to create full systems that will sort items into shulker boxes and things. It does also work with chests, of course, but just shulker boxes are cooler. Let's face it, you can actually take them off the wall, you can take them around with you. What colour shall we use? This is the first dilemma that I've reached in today's video. Let's go for yellow. In terms of like design style and things, I think we're going to be going for a fairly wood-based theme, I would say. It's going to be quite warm and homely. It's definitely going to look better than that. Do not worry. I can feel the...
Got him! Yes, boys! We're winning. Are you freaking serious? I know who this is.
Exposed redstone on any of the crazy colours because
What?
pretty daft.
What? I'm talking chat right now.
I'm trying to think. Okay, redstone dust here. Vortex here.
I know this is you, Lazef. I know this is you.
Torch. And then that is the repeating pattern. Yes.
Bruh!
I do have the world download.
Yeah.
To refer to it. That's
Lazef, you go to my school, Single Academy at my table, Miss Shar.
alternate the power
Table 3, don't you remember?
between each one of
Oh, it's
the
Ethan?
item has a chance to try and go into the shulker box, and then if it doesn't go into the shulker
Alright.
box, down a whole there.
Tell me something, Glenn.
Goes to that shulker box. If it doesn't go into the shulker box,
Alright.
the way
Hold on.
we decide what goes into the shulker box is the shulker box is filled with all
Prove it.
kind of done like this. So if a chest goes past, it will actually stack up onto those chests. That's essentially
Prove it.
that's what we're trying to do. Whether or not it works, let's see. We're going to have to get all of the modules in place so they kind of repeat on top of one another like this. So that's that. Pizza. And it's so funny when you're recording without cuts, how much you realise that you chop out of your videos. Like all of this would be gone.
21.
I want to build a storage thing.
No, it's 21,
Here's
you
how I'm gonna do it.
freaking
This is what
stupid piece of crap.
it's there. You don't see any of this stuff. And the good news is that I've got...
Dirty piece of crap.
How fast I can... Actually... That's quite a nice little... This is a really nice little circuit. It's a really, really nice little system that Exuma has created here. It makes total sense. It works really, really well. Hopefully, it's reliable. I mean, this design was uploaded because I watched
Dirty
the video
corner
earlier to refresh
campers.
my memory. It was uploaded in 2016. It's only 3 years old now. But there's no way that any of the redstone possibly could have changed in terms of this. This is
How about your last name?
actions that you look at and you're like, oh, that's based on some kind of tricky game mechanics. There's a chance that they'll be...
Huh?
This is what I would consider like solid redstone. It is just powering and depowering of things.
Enemy bomb planted.
What's your middle name?
One round is nothing. Prepare
It
to
can
fight.
occasionally throw some rather interesting things.
How about your middle name? Something you would only know. If you're actually freaking Ethan or his family.
Only repeaters in this section.
You don't know your middle name? How freaking stupid are you?
This one. And I have... Oh,
Now, if you want to play games, if you don't know,
Enemy care package.
then if you don't know, your middle name's not 21.
that's a bit of a life hack. Does anyone know that? So when the shulker box is closed, it's actually considered a full block. You can't open the chest.
No, it ain't.
And then you can go over to the chest, then you can open it. What's funny is that I didn't know this. I just discovered that, and then I tried to play it off as if I knew it, and I was really smart. That's
No, it Your middle name's not 21.
Okay, let's jump a chest in. Let's see what happens here.
Because someone named her how
We got a chest.
how
Good.
was
What is
who
the second one?
whose parents would name their freaking sons or daughters middle name 21?
Okay.
1 minute remaining.
That is quite annoying. I wonder if
Huh?
I wonder if there's anything that we can
Yeah.
put the chest further down, or even we could
Yeah.
put the chest out. It's quite annoying.
So who's actually is this? And I know your name's not mine either. Who would do that?
I wonder what we can do about this chest. Is there anything that we can do about this chest? I would have thought. I swear shulker boxes are transparent.
crap.
It doesn't make much sense to me that chest
You are the last man standing.
would be having any issues. That's a little bit strange. Man, it's not the fastest system in the world, is it? But it has done it. Okay, so we are sorting items. The correct things are going into place. Let's just throw an item that can't be sorted in. Obviously, at the bottom, there's absolutely nowhere it can go. But you've got to test these things just in case.
You ain't rotten banana.
Defuse successful. Bomb disabled.
I mean,
Stay
as I say,
hungry.
it's not the end of the world. We can put the chest further down. Okay, yeah, it ended up there. That's good. So we could put the chest in the floor. It's not ideal. I probably would have preferred it in the original position. But with that being said, with a little bit of nice design work, that
Why does the last name of your name?
get on that.
Why does your last name say Moreno? Huh?
Stone slabs and stone
What? Huh? Loser?
Go for slightly kind of let's not do infested stuff. I always do that. Let's check. I've been building with infested stone bricks this entire time, have I? I'm just the worst for it. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's because it comes up first in the list. I'm constantly just building everything out of
What?
infested-
Like what? Huh? What do you want to know?
As I say, this is going to start looking cooler. Let's go to some vlogs. Boom.
Get right, little kid.
Love.
You don't know? What do you want to know? Then let's tell me.
It's not looking that great, actually. What else can we do here?
Oh crap!
What else can we do? It's so flat.
I know, loser.
Personal radar drone ready for
Well,
escort.
as far as flat things go, that is a flat thing and a half.
Dirty campers!
You can't just
Tell me something that Ethan would only know if you're actually him.
when in doubt, just throw fence posts on the thing.
Are you actually him? Or are you just somebody else in
I mean,
disguise?
I've built uglier things for sure.
Boys, we got
I've definitely
this.
built uglier.
Defuse successful. Bomb disabled.
Do we roll with that? We don't actually.
Yeah, we won.
I've burned 8 minutes and 41
We'll be
seconds.
waiting.
You called me one.
I've burned.
Called me what, huh?
What would that be? Oh, you know what? I'm not going to
Boy.
do my best to do any form of maths in a single take. Normally,
Lady.
a black screen and go. That is.
And Ethan doesn't call me lady.
But no, none of that's happening today. In case you were under any,
Lozelle.
I definitely don't do it in my head. In that black screen, in between the clip and the black screen, I've definitely gone to Google, typed in
Trying to play here.
calculator. Well, actually, no, Google hasn't implemented.
If you want to watch, that's okay.
But still, yeah, I'm definitely not doing any maths in my head. It's been. a
Oh,
while.
so you want to play games now?
I used to be really, really good at maths, and I have not done it in probably. I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, I've not done serious maths where I'm doing things like integrals, differentials, and quadratic. Like, I can still remember the quadratic equation and things like that. But any of that.
What do you mean by dot, huh?
I left school, which is funny because I had always planned on using it all the time. I actually, a little bit of trivia to do with me, I got accepted to go to university to do computer science, and then in
I'm streaming.
2015 was going to be the year that I would go, so nearly 4 years ago now. Yeah, 2015. My YouTube channel was going insane.
Alright, come on.
and see if I can make this work. I can always go to university at a later date. And
You typing or what?
Very, very happy that I did do that because.
Enemy assets like this. Bomb is in play. Protect the carrier.
What in the
Bomb is
heck?
in play. Protect the carrier.
Got that, kid. Oh, it's actually Lizeth.
With that being said, computer science. all of those skills that I once had.
That kid gets.
have completely gone down the toilet. It's just funny, you know, if you don't use some.
We're planting the bomb. Watch your asses.
Able to lose this, and then it comes, you start looking into it. It's like, actually, no, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm sure that would be the case with Redstone.
I knew it was you.
Redstone, there's no way it could be anything different. So if I stop doing in fact, I know this because when I come back from holidays and things like that, I will come back and I'll try my best to do a Redstone contraption that normally is simple. And
Got
I'm
him.
so frustrated trying to work out what on earth is going on. It's how it goes. It's the same with actually recording videos too, because it's weird.
Bro, my teammate sucks.
There's a bit of like an art to it, and that you get into rhythms, you learn flows. That's why doing these one-take videos is so difficult, because I do have such like burnt-in. The number of times I've reached.
Let's go, boys. Are you gonna keep watching?
I've done it because it's like, okay, that's a good point, and then I have to tell myself. No.
Like on Boom Boom.
This is not one of those videos. It's just some of those things that kind of hardwired burnt into my head.
Alright, if you want to play games, I'll show you some games.
I would say 3. 3 is probably a good number. How long
No,
does it take me to build? Probably about, maybe, probably take 2 or 3 minutes, don't they? That's cool. Now the question is, do we
Look at these snippers.
do we take the time to sort out the items, or are we just going to do these as an example? I personally am kind of signing on them just being examples, simply because, as I say, we don't really have
Playing
that
it
much time. We only
safe,
have 1 hour
boys.
to do this entire build, and I have quite the
What is the bomb carrier doing? Bah! How come these people really do suck?
Say, that didn't look right.
This one
That didn't look
logo.
right. That's the other thing, you quickly pick up when you've built enough redstone contraptions. I suppose that's kind of, this is because I've got a bunch of these ones, so I specifically know what it should look like. But it's really funny. If you do a lot of redstone, you can look at a redstone contraption, and it takes,
Got him!
Taking the advantage.
like
Make sure we
even milliseconds. You look at it and you go, that doesn't look right, and then without even testing it, you can go,
What's your full name?
that's gonna work, and then you test it and it doesn't work.
Elizabeth?
You can't immediately see what's not going to work. You just know it's not going to work, and then eventually you find the thing that's causing the problem. It's really, really strange. I think that's maybe.
What's your full name, Elizabeth?
8 years. I think that's 8 years of just building redstone contraptions. My brain has got like a like a redstone bug detection. You know, what part of redstone bug detection? What part of your brain does redstone bug detection? Because I think mine might be significantly larger by this time.
Losers got destroyed.
You know, they have to do the knowledge test, where you have to remember all the different routes through London and things like that. It takes like 7 years to do. It's a really, really tricky thing.
Yeet.
And that they have, I think it's the amygdala. They're a certain part of their brain that deals with kind of memory recollection and pathfinding. I don't know if pathfinding is a part of your brain, but whatever. That's like significantly larger than most people because of the amount they've had to train it to be able to learn every single pathfinding route through London. It's pretty crazy. So I wonder if I've got that with the redstone bug finding part of the brain.
Oh my gosh, my teammates suck.
To be honest.
This round's off. Stay sharp for the next one.
Okay, that's that.
You're.
Lee.
What's your full name? I'll tell you mine.
Nice. I like the way they look. I think they look super cool. I think we need to start adding in, as I say, we kind of need to ruin up this area a little bit.
Sure, I'll tell you my full name.
I mean, you don't have to do exactly the same thing every single time. But I think having that little thing there and then some path blocks between all of them, which I can actually just get a shovel.
Alright, mine is Ryland Joseph
That's
Schultz.
the actual Minecraft.
My middle name's Joseph.
It's failed me. It's failed me. There we go.
Got that, kid.
Cool. Get out of the way. I love long grass. Long grass is one of my favourite things in Minecraft. But goodness me, is it annoying. Alright. Okay, so this is kind of like, this is Storage System Alley, I would call it. And it's going to curve round like this. That looks really pretty, doesn't it? That's actually quite nice. And I think we
You didn't understand me or what?
and maybe even continue the kind of
Alright, let me tell you it again or what?
the
Huh?
between each
Asset
one of them.
locations confirmed.
Maybe
Defending
even
them is
build up
critical.
some
Yeah!
like that. Yeah. Whatever. That looks pretty good. It looks good to me. And I'm very glad that I'm not kind of well known for my building and things, because I would not be able to do building live on camera. That's about as good as it's going to get for me. Yeah, that looks cool. Maybe add like a few bits around here. Maybe fence it off a little bit. Add in some nice details and things. As you can probably tell, I'm totally winging it here. But that looks cool actually. That looks nice. I'm a fan. Kubo's a fan too. Now he's going to be barking. This is the problem with doing one take. He never barks, but today he seems to be interested in barking. He seems to be really, really enjoying it. He's absolutely loving barking right now. Okay, I'm just going to leave him to it. Alright, the next thing that I want to build, so staying on the storage system, so these are going to be for all different types of items.
Look at those kids who are very
I
bad.
would say we place in item frames, and then we have fake items inside them. Okay, so I know this isn't particularly legitimate, alright? But
You don't know how to say yeet.
repeaters, we've got redstone torches, we've got comparators, we've got observers and things. So those are all my redstone devices. We've got a lot of redstone storage apparently.
You hear that?
Have I really used 1/3 of my time already?
It's 5-0, boys.
1/3 of my time on doing 3 storage systems. They're very pretty though.
Let's get this dub.
Okay, and then this one. Oh, what else is there? I mean, what things are there in Minecraft? I'm stuck for things. I don't want to do things like cobblestone and stone because we need bulk storage for those. Okay, concrete.
What?
Yeah, let's go for colours. Alright, white. Yeah, that's that. Blue, yellow. Good. Nice. Absolutely nailed it. Okay, so those are our item storage system. Brilliant, fantastic, all done and dusted. And as I say, on this side, we're going to kind of mirror what we have going on.
Gort to go.
Storage silos. So let's go.
You gotta go?
We can actually use almost identical. Oh, what's a good way to do these storage silos?
Bravo, get over there.
I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay. I've just remembered the best way to do this. I suddenly blanked on how to make a storage silo. I was like, what? I've made hundreds of
Freaking RPG guy, alright, bye. See you at
that.
school on Monday.
That feels a little bit cramped. Let's say go here. Okay.
I can see if you leave or not.
Have all of the redstone lamps that go down the side.
Retrieve the bomb and hit those targets.
So that is actually going to be our storage silo. And we can space it slightly differently because originally I wasn't actually planning on having, I was planning on trying to keep it 3 wide, but I actually think it will probably benefit from having a little bit of this sort of thing going on, where we get that. For some reason that looks wrong, even though it is right. Despite what I just said about knowing immediately when the contraption looks wrong, I'm going to ignore my better judgment, and I'm just going to start working with it. Okay, that's that. So then we can run this into here. Alright, and then storage silos are one of the easiest things in the world to make, because for the most part you are literally just running the signals out from hoppers into these, and then this one is the only one that's a tiny bit trickier. You kind of have to do something like this. You go comparator, redstone dust, repeat, and then here, just that.
Come on.
21 minutes in! We're 21 minutes
It's inside.
Oh,
Check.
Get the burners on.
Watch your corners.
I need to work faster. As I say, it seems, this is what's funny, okay, because on average...
Yes, we won, boys!
Hermit Crafted Recap, and it's between 6
Oof, oof,
12
oof, boys, oof, boys, oof,
yeah,
boys.
6 to 12 hours is accurate. That's done, by the way. So, it's...
Yeah, boy! Gotta get it! Ah, that's good. That feels good. Feel good. I feel good.
That's all the episode would be. It'd be like, right, there you go, 1 hour uncut, done.
I feel good. I feel good.
And that's just how it is. Or like resource gathering and things. Those sorts of things, they take time. And it's time that's not interesting, so it gets cut out of the video. But it is time. I still have to spend the time, you know.
Do, yeet.
It's a day, but that's just, it doesn't need. And if I made 14 videos a week, they would be bad videos. Whereas right now,
Hold
I'm
on.
in a really, really nice balance. I'm making 4 videos a week. I feel like they're solid videos, they're good videos. Because the
Yeah.
ideas would be, you know, I've made a,
Sorry about that, guys.
okay?
There's some
Okay?
cord. I'm gonna play controller freaking friend Zed tried to fool being Ethan, but I already knew it because the last names.
You're gonna make some that are kind of a bit pants. It's all part of being a YouTuber and things. I feel like people are much more understanding of YouTubers these days and like what it's like to be a YouTuber. By the way, I know that I've offset these. I like it. I think it looks cool. I don't want this kind of uniform setup here. This looks really nice, by the way. I'm a big fan of how this is looking.
Alright, guys.
So we're doing well.
So I'm
From a
talking
building
to them.
perspective, I would actually say this
Got you
is
see the
probably one of my
chat.
favourite bases that I've built in a redstone video. So this is cool. But yeah, I feel like viewers are now a lot more understanding of,
Time for pew pew.
because yeah, I think people are starting to understand that although it is like the coolest thing in the world that we get to make these Minecraft videos and things, there is a certain element to it that is challenging, and it used to be that the viewers were so demanding. It was like, wow, you want to do this today? Yeah, I'm going to unsubscribe. Don't get me wrong, you still get a little bit of that, and it is hilarious. But yeah, for the most part, people, whenever I say, oh, sorry guys, I'm going to have to miss a video today, I just haven't been able to get it finished in time, or things haven't worked out. Generally speaking, the overall...
Why does I have to go to our spawn?
You know, don't stress. It's done when it's done. I'll be excited to see it when it finally rolls out. And that is such a cultural shift on YouTube, because as I say, if I never used to post that, it was like, you what? You're so lazy. you do anything? All you have to do is sit down on your computer and play Minecraft. How hard can it be?
It's my 8K, guys.
That's how it used to be. So yeah, it's considerably better. Cool. We are done. 25 minutes.
Come on, I always have my teammates basically suck a butthole.
Okay, cobblestone there, and we've got one for stone. Actually, on the top of that, I'm not into modded Minecraft, but the only mod that I ever played was the Aether mod. I absolutely loved it. This was before I had a YouTube channel, and when we were at Nashville for Minecon, I met the dude who made the Aether mod without realizing he was the dude who made the Aether mod. I can't believe it. I would have fanboyed him totally, and I would have asked him all the questions, and I didn't realize that I met him. And he was really fun, and I was so amazed. I'm amazed that he managed to do it. Anyway, I just thought I'd get that out of the way. I just thought I'd mention that because it completely blew my mind. These things are done. Let's get some ruination in. Boom. There it is. This is cool. This is really cool. Okay, so I would say what comes after? What's the next most important thing after your storage system? Because we spent half our time on the storage system. This is not good. I would say actually a place to sleep might be smart. Maybe. Yeah. Let's stop planning about and actually build it. Oh gosh.
Alright, guys.
I'm gonna go for my very.
After this round, I'm gonna go. Alright.
If I have to build a house in
This match.
What I do.
Time's up. 9:45.
This is gonna be so small. Thing is, these are way too big. We can't have a house that small. Okay. Let's go up one. Alright. Yes, you can light a house. Okay, I'm trying to think of what would be a good place to get like a screenshot of this thing. I've shot myself in the foot. It's gonna be the world's worst. It's gonna be the world's worst thumbnail. You're just not gonna be able to see anything that's going on. Okay, we're gonna go for a purely cobblestone roof here. You know, I remember the day when I discovered the overhanging roof. Because I think like every single Minecrafter in existence used to build houses with a roof that only went to the edge of the house, and it's when I discovered the overhanging roof, and I discovered that actually, you know, you don't have to have just a completely flat frontage to your house. That was a big day for me. That was a marked change to my building style.
Put it behind you. We've got work to do.
You know, if there's one time, I remember there was this one time. In fact, actually, it's really when we're talking about this, because I genuinely, this is so funny, okay? So I used to be on a Minecraft set, well.
Switching side.
Time for our side. I hope these boys see.
Asset locations confirmed. Defending them is critical.
How come I always die? Alright, guys, I'm gonna stop, Rose.
That I was on this server, and I was
Hold
like,
on.
I honestly, I couldn't, you know, sometimes your memory does weird things, and you remember things here that weren't really real, and I thought there was a chance that could be one of those things, that Exuma Void ran the server, but no, he did run the server.
I'm gonna stop, guys.